Good evening, everyone. How all of you doing? Happy Tuesday evening to all of you. Hope you had a fantastic day today. And this is the second day of the week, and I believe you're progressing on your targets for the week, right? The plans what you have for the week. Okay. So second day of the week, I believe you have achieved, you accomplished the things what you planned for today. Now, most of you might be traveling back to home. Maybe you are still staying in the office for some time. So I would like you to please find some quiet place for 10 minutes and 15 minutes to listen me. Because today what I'm going to do is something again very important, very crucial topic for mid-career project managers. Okay. So before I start the topic, today's topic, I would like to introduce myself for all those who are very, very new to me. Hello, everyone, and this is Tushar Chaudhary. I am a leadership coach, and I help mid-career, mid-senior project managers to grow into influential leaders. Okay, those all project managers who are really hard, doing a great work, hard work. They're staying back in the office. You're working late evenings, weekends. You're sacrificing your family time for completing the projects, getting things done, and still you're not able to grow into the desired in leadership levels. This is where I help you guys to create your influence in the organization, which attracts leadership opportunities and also high income. Okay, so that's about me. Now, today's topic, the topic is why working harder is the wrong answer now, wrong strategy now. Okay. So before I go and get into the topic, I would like to ask you one more thing. And please tell me honestly, are you working harder than ever before, but still not growing faster? You know, you working for long hours, more responsibilities on your shoulder, and then you have a lot of pressure on you to complete the things. But year by year, the salary is not growing that much. Okay, the range is same, and there is also no change in the visibility in the organization for you. You're at the same level. Okay, let me say something uncomfortable. Okay, see, working harder is not this strategy anymore, is not the answer anymore now for your career growth, for your career success. You know, in the workplace, absolutely, I agree, the hard work is respected. Okay, absolutely. But the smart value creation is always rewarded. Please note this down. I'd like to suggest you one more book which has changed my thought process, which shaped my thinking about this. Okay, hard work and smart value. The book name is Essentialism. Essentialism, and the author name is Craig McKeown. Now, Craig explained in this book that if you do not prioritize what really matters, what truly matters, you become busy but not effective at the workplace. See, if you're doing more tasks but not solving the bigger problems, what's happening here? You are, the moment you get into the office, you've been bombarded by the different tasks to complete, but these tasks are not solving bigger problems. Then that means you are increasing your efforts, but there is no influence. So this hard work what you're doing is increasing your fatigue. But if you do the strategic work, I mean, if you plan your work strategically with the influence point of view, it increases your visibility. I'll tell you one real workplace example from my projects. In one of my projects, I had a PM, a project manager, who was extremely hardworking. He was busy. He was like like crazy for doing the work, always online, responding at nights, uh, taking extra work. Okay, but during the leadership discussions, no one was talking about him. His name rarely came up. Why? See, because he was so consumed and he was so busy with tasks only. Now, only the task which is assigned. And there was another project manager in my team, slightly less busy. It was He was taking initiatives in beyond the projects, like leading cross team discussions, uh, leading brainstorming sessions, facilitating those sessions, lesson learned sessions, uh, planning the sprints. you know, anticipating the risks and documenting those and sharing that to the right stakeholders. And he was presenting the solutions to people, to the required stakeholders, and he was negotiating, influencing stakeholders also. And guess who got strategic exposure? The second PM. See, the first PM was consumed, the first PM was exhausted, but the second was visible. That was a big lesson for me also. See, hard work inside the system does not equal influence across the system. Hard work inside the system does not equal influence across the system. Write it down in your notepad. Do you agree with me? Type yes in the comment section. Now the question is, why hard work is not really working? Why hard work stopped working now for all of us? Many mid-career professionals, including me also, we grew up with this belief: if I just work sincerely, the things will improve for me. But you know what? That's not the truth. At the workplace, it doesn't work like that way. It's not that straightforward. Corporate growth is different. I'll tell you one more book I know which really gave me, which influenced my thinking, is the 80-20 principle. The author in this book explained that your 20% of efforts should create 80% of results. So now this is a question. Most professionals increase 80% of their efforts and few focuses only on critical 20%. I want you to just reflect on yourself. What is your status? Are you having 20, are you focusing on those 20% of efforts that creates 80% of results, or vice versa? So if you are tired but not growing, you're investing effort in low value works, low leverage works. That is the trap, everyone. This is the trap we are all stuck. We are all actually, most of us are going for those low leverage work. There is no much risk available. There is always some kind of comfort is there. Okay, and we are investing time again and again there. That's a load. That's a trap. I'd like to tell you one more book. I think this is by Simon Sinek. Leaders Eat Last. It's a fantastic book to read. Okay, I want you to please read this one. See, what Simon said in this book is that leadership is about responsibility, not workload. So we mid-career project managers often confuse that more work is equal to more leadership. More work is equal to more responsibility. But actually leadership means, you, when you are in that leadership, wearing that leadership hat, your job is that you need to create clarity with people. You need to create clarity for your teams, your stakeholders. You need to give them direction. Okay, you need to you need to be involved in making decisions. No, you should be protecting your team. You, yeah, you have to influence people for, you have to coach them direction. You have to give them a direction. It's not just like you working late evenings and weekends and late hours. See, hard work, as I said, it is respected. Hard work builds reputation, but the influence what you create, it builds your authority. Now, how to shift from that hard work mindset to building influence mindset? I would like to share with you three practical shifts, very practical shift that I want you should implement right now. If 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 you are the person, if working harder is not working for you, I want you to implement these three shifts. The first shift is, and I want you to shift from that more hours is equal to higher impact. Again, now this philosophy of working for more hours, how did this thought process has come up in your jobs? Do you remember when we were in our education in early, I mean, when you're in 10th and 12th, when you're appearing for board exams, do you remember when you writing the exam paper, you've seen many people, they the answer sheets, they're asking for extra answer sheets to write the same answer. And have you experienced this one, when one of our friend asking for an additional answer sheet for writing the answer, we used to feel, oh my god, he's writing such a big answer, maybe he's a very talented, he will get more marks, right? Something like that. So same philosophy is now actually coming into your work also. You think that if I work more hours, I'll be getting the required promotion, or I'll be getting the visibility, or the respect what you're looking for, the higher salary increase what you're looking for. That's absolutely wrong strategy. Okay, I wanted to ask this, Delhi, to yourself: what one thing today moves the business needle? Focus on that needle, focus there. Stop overloading yourself with that low value task. See, impact matters more than efforts. Okay, that's the shift number one. I wanted to take out that more hour, more effort philosophy. That's not going to work. That's a failure strategy. And focus on higher impact tasks. Take out the low leverage task, low value task, delegate it to the people, and go for the high risk, bigger impact task. Okay. Another shift I would like to suggest you that I want you to shift from that task mindset to decision mindset or decision ownership mindset. Don't own the task, own the decisions. Stop saying I completed everything. Start, I want you to start asking, by completing this work, what decisions I can influence. So decision power increases your growth speed. Okay, that's second shift. Now the third shift, I want you to move from execution. So now this third shift is, again, I want you to, it's an identity shift. So I want you to move from that execution mindset, that execution identity. People right now, people in the office, in the workplace, might be knowing you as a performer, executioner. You give this task to this person, he will do it definitely. That is called execution identity. Okay, but I want you to move from that execution identity to strategic identity. This is the identity shift you need right now. See, if you see yourself as a hard worker, yeah, you will attracting more tasks, you will accept more tasks. But if you see yourself as a strategic leader, you choose high leverage actions, high risk actions, high impact actions. So identity drives the behavior. So you have to start recognize yourself. What type of person you are. Are you a person who always go to office and just get consumed with the task, or are you the person who shapes the decision in the organization? So identity drives behavior. What you feel about yourself, what is your identity? So identity drives behavior, and behavior drives outcome. And what is the outcome here we're looking for? Influence on the people. Because when the influence happens, then you attract opportunities. People at the top, they're looking for you, they're waiting for you to show that influence. So these are the three shapes I want you to implement straight away in your day-to-day job. Okay, now we are close to this, we have come to the close of this topic now, this session. And I would like to share with you one more ending thought, that working hard. See, we are working for almost last 15, 16 years now, maybe 20, 22 years now. You working hard, you already build your foundation, right? But working strategically will build your future. So if you keep increasing efforts without increasing influence, definitely you will burn out. You will burn out first, then maybe sometime promotion, maybe there is a promotion, but that's not guaranteed. But if you increase your influence, then the burnout will reduce and promotion will be there. Absolutely, but it will attract leadership opportunities. So if this message resonated with you, if this message created clarity, I want you to please comment work smarter in the comment section. And if you really want to build influence without burning out, then I want you to have a one-to-one call with me. In that one-to-one call, I'll tell you the how you can build your influence ecosystem. Through that, you can attract high salary, you can create high impact, you can attract leadership opportunities. Okay, so the link is in the comment section, or you can go to my LinkedIn profile and book an appointment with me. Okay, there are a few slots available. Don't miss this opportunity. We're already in the third month of this year. Yeah, I want you to take this as an opportunity. Or if you want to connect with my to my WhatsApp community, Influential Leader Hub, please join, because there are more than 300 plus professionals are connecting, collaborating with each other. Like-minded people are there. We keep sharing with each other our own day-to-day challenges, and also we learn from each other. Okay, so that's the end of today's topic, and I'm gonna sign off now. But tomorrow I'll come back again with another leadership insight for mid-career people, mid-career project managers. Until that moment, until I see you back tomorrow, I want you to implement whatever we learned today. And I am really keen to hear your questions, understand your questions. So please reach out to me, DM me directly on LinkedIn, okay? And or you can put down your questions in the comment section also, and I'll try and respond to every one of you. So I'll see you tomorrow with the same with another leadership insight. But I want you to take care of yourself, and God bless you.